Guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Shani and this is Conspiracy and Chill. Today I'm going to be covering the episode 8 preview trailer for American Horror Story Death Valley, and I'm going to be talking about a couple of things that I've kind of put together. So yeah, if you're new, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications so that you know every time I post, and let's get into the review. So this trailer basically starts off with the Lady Maria meeting with, I'm assuming, some Secret Servicemen or some other military government personnel with Eisenhower. And she's basically telling him how her planet is dying and they need to create something better, which we kind of discussed in the last video. If you haven't checked that one out, I'm going to insert that one so you guys can go check that out. But we know that Maria is obviously possessed by the aliens, as we saw in the first episode, and she's going to be using Eisenhower for some sort of agreement or whatever, which we assume is going to be the aliens implanting alien pregnancies into these humans, as we saw in the present day clips. Also, in this trailer, we see that the 4 young adults that we met in the first episode are on exam tables. They are being, experimented on, whatever. We see the pregnant bellies. We also see Troy before that clip. It looks like he has a little round belly. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but at one point his belly looks a little round and they're fighting or something is happening. It seems like all 4 characters are together, and I think there was like a man, if you guys saw, he has on a suit. I don't know if I saw an earpiece. I'm gonna have to look back again. So it could be like a Secret Service agent or some kind of government military personnel who is trying to do something with the teen. So a lot of people are assuming that maybe the government, well, obviously the government is in on this, and maybe they're going to try to protect them or hide them away, which could explain why each of those characters had like the case file introductions, because obviously the government is going to be doing something with those 4 young adults. We also see in the scene with the 4 Kennedy, Troy, Jamie, we see them laying on the tables. They have like white dressings on, and Kendall, I think I called her Kennedy, I think her name's Kendall, she's like crying and she just seems very uncomfortable. But we see these very slender hands approaching her belly, and I had to slow this scene down in the trailer to get a good screenshot. But we see the alien's face, and half is a human face and half is the alien face with the huge black eyes. And that is none other than Angelica Ross, who is the actress who played the chemist, which pretty much proves the point that all of us have been saying, that the chemist is an alien. So that's obviously like our connection to Red Tide. I thought it was very interesting how half of her face is done. I'm going to show you guys a comparison, a side-by-side comparison, so you can compare if you don't believe it, but I don't know why you wouldn't. It's pretty obvious that the chemist is the alien that's experimenting on them. It even looks like the same white coat that she wears in Red Tide. I don't know if we know her name in this part, but it would explain, if we do find out, it will explain why we never found out the chemist's name in Red Tide. But I mean, that's like a pretty obvious thing that we saw. So speaking of aliens, another thing that I've noticed, you guys, we've already made one connection to Asylum with Bet and Barney, who obviously Kid and Alma from Asylum were based on, and they were people who had experience with alien abduction, as they said, and Kendall mentioned that in the first episode. But another thing about Asylum that I noticed is, if we take a look over on FX's YouTube channel, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I noticed maybe about a week ago they uploaded a video of like Jessica Lange's like most, prominent moments in American Horror Story. I love Jessica Lange. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the thumbnail was actually Sister Jude. Well, I didn't think too much of seeing that at first, but just a few days later, there was an upload with our good sis Pepper from Asylum. And if you guys remember anything about Pepper from Asylum, Pepper was pretty much like our contact person to the aliens. Pepper was taking care of Grace and Grace's alien freaky baby pregnancy in Asylum, and she was pretty much ordering Dr. Arden around. And this is another thing too that I didn't think about until I went back and watched that trailer, but I forgot about the fact that Arden was doing experiments on people too. And Asylum takes place in 1964, whereas Death Valley takes place in 1954. So about a 10-year span. Eisenhower was no longer president at that point. I think his last year in office was 61. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get some Nixon stuff in there. I don't know. But that would be interesting to kind of toy around with. But I thought that was interesting that they chose to make a whole video about Pepper. And I don't know, I'm not saying they're connected, but I mean, we already have found one connection to Asylum. Two, mentioning aliens. And then we have the mention of, the characters who Alma and Kit were based on. So I think that's really interesting. I don't know if it means anything, but out of all the characters on that season they focused on Pepper, who was the one person in that season. Well, not the one person, but she was, like I said, the contact person for the aliens in that season of American Horror Story. So I think that's really interesting. I don't know. We'll see if that plays into anything. But I thought that was really interesting. If you see, when I scroll through the rest of the FX channel, you don't see any other videos about Asylum. You see videos about American Horror Stories and Red Tide, and we see something about Freak Show because we have Dandy. Also, Pepper was in Freak Show also, if you guys don't remember. Before the things that... I can't remember if... I think that she was in... I think Pepper was in the Freak Show and then got sent to Briarcliff, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, those are the things that I've kind of picked up on so far. We also have the scene with Amelia Earhart laying on the table, and we have like the dead nurses around her. Don't really know what's going to happen with that. I'm assuming the aliens killed them, or maybe it was Maria, because obviously Amelia is pregnant with the alien baby, whatever. So yeah, that's all I have right now for this trailer. I can't wait until Wednesday to see what's going to happen in the next episode. I'm excited to finally see, this chemist alien. I don't know if that's going to be exactly what we see in Wednesday's episode, but I am super excited and I can't wait. So I definitely want to see what you guys think. What are you guys' theories about this trailer? What do you think about the Pepper situation? Do you think it's just a coincidence, or do you think it's connected? Are you guys excited for Wednesday's episode? Yeah. So leave a comment down below. I will see you guys on Thursday afternoon, hopefully with a review and recap of episode 8. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you will know every time I post, and hit that like button if you like this video. Again, thank you for watching. I love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.